I think it's pretty safe to say that Christopher Nolan is probably the best director working today, and he's probably my personal second favorite director right behind Steven Spielberg. All the films I've seen of his, I either really like or love, and I was absolutely thrilled to finally check out Tenet, my most anticipated film of 2020. But now it's 2021, let's talk. So I was hearing some pretty mixed things about Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Some people said it's really great, intriguing, great story, characters, and plot. Other people were basically saying it's confusing, and it's not really that great, and it's probably one of Christopher Nolan's weaker movies. Probably to the surprise of nobody, or, if you're new to the channel, probably to a big surprise of some people, I absolutely loved Christopher Nolan's Tenet. I didn't think it was 100% flawless, but in terms of films that have problems, but I still absolutely love, if that makes any sense, this film definitely falls into that category. This film does everything that a film on a technical level does, and does it exceedingly. The visual effects in this film are gorgeous and outstanding. Nothing in this film looks fake. The direction, the cinematography, the action, everything on a technical level looks absolutely amazing. The story also I found to be really interesting and very Nolan. I was hearing a lot of complaints about the story, but me personally, I think the story was really interesting, really engaging, and kept you guessing throughout the entire film. I will admit, one or 2 points I think the story was a bit confusing, but I think on a couple more viewings I'll grasp the entire whole package of what Nolan was trying to convey emotion-wise within this film. The cast here, John David Washington is really great as the protagonist. He's fun, he's charming, and he's just really great. And I'm surprised he's not in more films. This is the only film I've seen him in personally, and he's really great as carrying his own film. So I think he'd be a great actor to be in more films. That's just me personally. Robert Pattinson is also really good, and I was actually surprisingly really shocked of that how much I really liked Robert Pattinson here, and him and Washington have great chemistry. Elizabeth Debicki is also really great here. She's probably the best performance of the film. She plays a very dark and tragic character, and she has a lot of connection with the villain in the film. And one character I wasn't really a big fan of is Kenneth Branagh as the villain. He wasn't awful, but at times he made very serious moments to be automatically funny, and also his Russian accent was very cartoony and something that felt like it would be in an SNL skit, not a Christopher Nolan blockbuster. And why the plot at times is a bit confusing, I feel like Nolan did a great job at executing this plot and absolutely just exceeding with it. The action sequences in this film are flawless. They're probably Nolan's best action sequences. They're great. The way you inverse time and disinversion is absolutely terrific, and not just in terms of inversion, in terms of action sequences, but just in the entire film. He does a great job. The music, why definitely good. I feel like didn't really need to be in some sequences, and I think now we're starting to get in the bad. I want to talk about Kenneth Branagh, but the music at times was overlapping the dialogue, and this happens in a lot of Christopher Nolan films, but also you kind of had time to you kind of have a hard time hearing characters' dialogue, especially since this is quite a complicated film. You really need to hear every word of dialogue, because either the music's too loud, or it's being muffled by a mask, or waves, or bullets, or anything, or just overwhelming the dialogue. It's not like every single sequence is where you're hard to hear, but just 1 or 2 times. I've liked the editing at times. Why, for the most part, good. There's 1 or 2 points in terms of editing that weren't great. Overall, Christopher Nolan's Tenet is magnificent. It's everything I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be 100% flawless, but it's very close. I'll give Christopher Nolan's Tenet an A. What do you guys think of my review, and what do you guys think of Christopher Nolan's Tenet? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and that post notification bell so you're next when I upload a new video. So you can check out my podcast I do every other Tuesday with a friend of mine. It's called the Movie Review Podcast, and you guys can check out my Instagram at JonesForDaniel77. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. General out.